This may be of interest to somebody that wants to be a better banker. Probably not. I'll never see that chalk again. And especially people that play on different size tables. Well, this is 4.5 by 9. The main pool hall that I play at has a 4.5 by 9 and several 4 by 8s. A lot of bar tables are 3.5 by 7, except for some reason in the Pacific Northwest, all the Valley Cougar bar tables were 4 by 8s, and maybe other parts of the country. But when you're if you're like me at all, when you first started banking, you would like to use the diamonds, and you would go, okay, 2 diamonds from the side pocket, aim at 1 diamond from the side pocket, and shoot it. You pretty quickly realize that a soft speed is no good for that kind of a bank, and you have to shoot it. You have to shoot it harder. Or I'm sorry, you have to go down a little bit because the banks will come short. You may end up still looking at something on the rails and have some type of a little adjustment thing or whatever. Like, I can go from this corner to halfway between these two guys. Now, I just happen to know that that's a pretty good bank. It's not from here to 2. That only works at soft speed, and even then, only a certain time. I can go that half diamond, but I have that mapped out in my head, you know. This is all well and good, but sometimes, again, if you're like me, you would get lazy, get more comfortable with certain shots, certain bank shots, and start to just get used to looking at this 5, for example. Pretty easy shot. I don't have to do all that stuff anymore. I just look at the 5. I'm kind of looking at the 5 in relationship to this pocket, because I know this pocket's right straight across from it. I know where this is. I've shot this shot enough times that I know where this other pocket is, so I don't have to look at it. And the more advanced players will do that more and more, I believe. They can go, trying to find something that's dead here. They can go and shoot this shot, and they're not even looking at this target pocket. They just know, because of this view, they know where that pocket is. They know it's down there, and they just shoot it. John Brumback is really good at this shot right here. Me, not so much. But sometimes I'm better when my cloth isn't new. This is all well and good, but it's troubling to shoot bank shots that way if you're playing on a different size table. Remember, I was talking about this shot right here, and I just know that here's a side pocket. I'm going to turn this around, and I have some props. You're probably wondering what the hell these props were about. So, on a 9-foot table, this is where this corner pocket is, or the opening of the corner pocket. On an 8-foot table, 46 by 92, this is where the corner pocket is. And on 3.5 by 7, it's here. So, if I'm going to bank this cross corner, it can be a fairly simple shot. I'm going to bank it cross corner. I can just look at this view on a 4.5 by 9, and I can know where this corner is. It's right where that 9 is, but I don't have to look at that at all. I just know from looking at this whole view here, right? And that's all well and good, but if I'm looking at the same view on a 4 by 8, these are bad examples right here. I just realized that, sorry. If if I look at this view in a 4.5 by 9, here's my opposite rail, here's my pocket. I know that my target pocket is right here. But if I'm on a 4 by 8, looking at the same view, the corner pocket's not there anymore. It's not here. It's about here. So, me getting up here and being, oh, I know how to bank, I'm used to it, I don't have to look at targets and all that shit. I look at this and I go, oh, the pocket's here. And I bank the ball to go in here. And it's not going to happen. Because guess what? The pocket's over here. On 3.5 by 7, the pocket's probably about here somewhere. So looking at the same view, I'm liable to miss the whole ball. If I want to bank this 8 into the corner on a 3.5 by 7, and this is all I'm looking at, is this view here. I'm just assuming, because of my vast experience, that the corner pocket's right here. Well, guess what? My vast experience just let me down, because the corner pocket is over here on a 3.5 by 7. This is the kind of thing that I thought was pretty cool when I first discovered. I was kind of still learning how to bank, try to bank. I thought, well, that's both interesting and annoying, because here I felt like I had progressed to a point where I didn't have to be looking at target pockets anymore. But yeah, I did. If I switched table sizes, I did. I did have to look again. The reason I had these props up, and this is only going to be approximate. Excuse me. Is this is an interesting shot. Straight back, you get an object ball. I want to bank the 6 into this pocket. It doesn't matter if it's a 3.5 by 7, or a 4 by 8, or a 4.5 by 9, or a 5 by 10, or a 6 by 12, or whatever. If I measure all this shit out, these are going to be in a straight line. So I could be up here looking at this view, and if I assume the ball's over here, but I'm really playing on 3.5 by 7, then, well, I said ball, I meant pocket. If I assume the pocket's here, but I'm on 3.5 by 7, so my assumption is wrong, the pocket's really here, it doesn't matter. Because looking at this view, I'm still getting the same line. And so for this shot, that works all the way. If I was strong enough, a 50-foot by 100-foot table, it would be the same line. So I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know how useful that would ever come, but I guess to me, the main thing is, if you're playing on an unfamiliar table size, unfamiliar to you, not the size you play on every day, then except for this shot, you need to look at the target pocket and know where that target pocket is. Because it may not be where you think it is if you're playing on a table that's not the size you're used to. I thought this was very interesting, like I said, annoying and interesting and irritating and all kinds of adjectives. I had something that happened to me in New Orleans about a month ago. I was down there, and they had a 5 by 10 diamond. I had not hit a ball on a 5 by 10 pool table since like 1990. They had a 5 by 10 snooker table at a place called the Long Walk in Council Bluffs, Iowa. It was a snooker table though, but it was a 5 by 10. That was the last time I hit a ball on one. So I was excited. I'm down at Buffalo's in New Orleans, and there's a 5 by 10 table. So yay! So I'm gonna play on it for a while. And I did, and it was fun. But I had a shot about like this. Not a bank. I was practicing one pocket. So I was gonna shoot the 6 into the corner and do something, come up for some other shape or whatever. Use your imagination. What was interesting though was just looking at this view, coming up to the shot, maybe it was more like this. It was more like this. Because while I can see this pocket kind of out of the corner of my eye, my focus is just kind of here. And because this pocket is here, I know this pocket is here on a 4.5 by 9. Problem was, I was on a 5 by 10. So I bet I missed this easy, simple shot 6 times in a row. And every time I shot the object ball right where the pocket would be on a 4.5 by 9. Every time I shot the object ball right here. But problem was, it's a 5 by 10, so the pocket's over here. Which meant I was hammering the object ball into the foot rail like a damn rookie. So about 6 times in a row I did that. Now finally realized what the hell was going on. It was my old optical illusion that I knew about in bank shots. Never did think it could come up in a regular shot. But it did. It came up on this shot. Once I figured that out, after I kicked myself in the ass mentally a few hundred times, then I just got in the habit on this 5 by 10 of coming over here and looking at the pocket. Maybe people do this already. You're probably supposed to all the time already. Come and just look at the angle. But my vast experience, I didn't have to do that bullshit. I knew where the pocket was. Problem was, I didn't know where it was on a 5 by 10. So I found that very interesting. And after I started paying attention to where the pocket was, I kind of went back to normal. Of course, it's a 5 by 10, so every shot's a little bit tougher. But I kind of went back to my normal game, I guess, whatever. You can have the same kind of thing on a shot like this. I'm playing one pocket, I don't come up far enough. I have a cut on the 7 that I'm not super thrilled with. But hell, I'm standing here, I'm looking at this, I'm looking at this rail, I'm looking at 7. I know the pocket's there. I know that's where it is. So all I do is cut it in. Problem is, 5 by 10, pocket's not here. On this shot, on a 5 by 10, pocket's back here. And so now I guess I've learned that I have to watch every time I shoot on a different size table. Find that target pocket. Don't just aim at where you think it might be or where you think it is, because on a different size table it's not going to be there. It's going to be someplace else. So just got in that habit. I'm trying, missed that ball. I'm trying to get in that habit on every shot. Just get into the habit of, like the pros do. That's probably the reason they do this shit. Come down here, look at the shot line. Don't guess at where the shot line is without even really looking at the target pocket. So I think that's a good idea. I think that there's going to be a lot of times where I'm too lazy to do it, but I still think it's a good idea. I don't really think being lazy at the pool table is, what's the word, conducive to good play. So the last couple shots I just did, they're almost perfectly straight in shots. And I'm down on the shot, and the target pocket is right there. Even if this is off a little bit, I mean, the target pocket is right there. I can see it. I'm talking about the cases where it's not directly in the line of sight. It's something goofy. Something where you try to just get from context where that corner pocket must be by looking at this other stuff. You change table sizes, it's not going to be down there anymore. Damn thing will have moved on you. I missed that one too. So, yeah, apparently, it rained today, that's why. Okay, that's all I wanted to say about that. I thought it was an interesting little optical illusion caused by difference in table sizes. And then, crap. 10 years later, I had it come up on a 5 by 10 with just a regular shot, just a regular cut shot, not a bank. And that was a possibility I'd never really foreseen. But there it was, and it happened to me. That's one way that to keep it from happening is find that target pocket every time. Boring, I know, but I still think it's a good idea. Bye.